Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. We are back in the war save where we will be building a navy today because I did my turn yesterday, in fact, last night, and I realised that I had no way of launching death from the waters, so I thought maybe that would be a thing to do today. So where are we going to do this? I suppose it's going to have to be the space plane hangar. If anyone knows a better place, do let me know. I do not think the VAB is really going to cover it for this one. Okay, so parts. What parts do we use? Now, blatantly, we need a probe core of some description. So we'll start with this. I think it's probably a good plan. Now, we've got to decide, do we want a single hull, double hull? I think we'll start with a single hull. Perhaps we want to go... So, because parts are so limited, I'm kind of feeling we want to go for the largest we can possibly get. So if we were to, say, put this here... Maybe I'm feeling a little less confident about this as I go on, but let's try it anyway. Let's put this there, this there. Is that as really as big as we can go on the cargo bay? I'm fairly sure we can go bigger than that. Yeah, I thought we could. All right, let's pop that down and put this in here. Hopefully, this is going to make a very buoyant addition to our battle forces. Everything should work all right. Hopefully, let's put a load of fuel on the back. Where are we gonna... Which tank are we gonna select? This is always a problem. I kind of like that on the back. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna end up attaching to it. I mean, ooh, that is a big selection there. Let's close that for now. If this is gonna be all about the liquid, probably. I should imagine so. Monoprop, liquid fuel. Because so to make this a valid warship of some description, it needs to be able to travel distance. And you don't travel distance, at least in the atmosphere, by rockets. You travel distance in the atmosphere by jet engines. Now, which ones we actually have is another matter. It's a VTOL engine. What, an ESTOC engine? What does that do? Hey? Fuel and oxidizer. So that's a... This is also a rocket. Rocket. Okay, this one is a scramjet engine. That's not going to work at this altitude. This is a VTOL. I mean, it could. It doesn't look the right size, though, does it? I mean, it kind of looks right, but it's not. Definitely not the one we want. We're going to need an adapter of some description, aren't we, if we want to do this? Or we could build a... cluster. I think we might go for a cluster. Hey, Cool Doc, what's going on? I hear you've been having some PC troubles, dude. This makes me sad. This makes me very sad. And another 3. How are you doing, guys? We're just kind of mucking around with the concept of maybe like some sort of boat fuselage at the moment, because obviously we've got like this massive cargo container here that should be able to provide ample space for some decent weaponry for the war series that I am in. Nearly forgot about me. Dude, how could you? How could you? Did Cortina remind you? Alright, cool. So I want to try and find some more liquid tanks here. Now, the interstellar fuel switch allows me to use things like this and then change in between. Do you reckon that's also the same for the solid boosters that are like ridiculous in length? This does mean we've got to find them. I mean, like these... No, these are not by the interstellar fuel switch. You see when we... Oh, I've lost the menu there. You see on this bit here, it says it's only solid fuel. Whereas on this tank, we can select through all sorts of stuff. I was kind of hoping we could just strap a little bit to the side. Disquisitions are a hard thing to make sometimes. They are indeed. Let's start with, I don't know, the Panther's quite nice. Oh, it's so tiny compared to what we've got. Let's also go for some structural supports. Do we want to radial it out? Hey, Chris XD, how are you doing, buddy? If you want naval combat, NAS is the only way. Unfortunately, I don't set the mods on the game we're playing, so I just kind of have to swing with it as it comes my way. I'm going to put another couple of Panthers there. I mean, it's alright. It kind of passes if we kind of squeeze things around and make things look a little bit tidier. I mean, I'd much rather put... Where's that twin turbo? That one. Let's try that instead. Let's take control back of this placement tool. if you could give me the control that I just said I've taken back, thank you. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, this, it kind of doesn't fit with the style, but I reckon we can tweak that. I reckon we can work that. Hey Alex White, how are you doing, buddy? Wow, so many people. Unbounded Birch Gaming. Oh, your streamer's frozen. That is terrible. That is terrible. We're currently trying to figure out how we can squeeze enough engines around the back end of this ship to actually make a difference in the water. Because this is a big thing, and I want to try and move it relatively large distances. Kind of between continents, if you will. Let's try that and get the mirror on the go. So, I mean, I could just put another one in. No, just the one. We can make this work. We can make this work. First off, we want the mirror off. And then... I'm surprised it attaches like that, actually. I am super surprised it attaches like that. Let's move this down out the way a little bit. And then we can fit these in kind of a four-way cluster at the back here. That's my plan, anyway. Anyway, something like... I mean, that. Okay, alright, that's kind of okay. That's kind of okay. I suppose the next thing we need is the air intakes. And you would have thought I'd have learned the layout of this by now, but no. I still don't know where anything is located. I'm not sure if I want to go for the structure ones, which kind of look a little bit nicer. These ones here. But also are pretty rubbish at what they do. They're pretty rubbish at what they do. Or there's these ones down here, which do look a little bit smoother. Quite a lot smoother, I suppose. Oh man, please just work for me. Got to try and find that right button. Evaluation has told me that we're going to go with this one, I think. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's try... Actually, that kind of fits, doesn't it? That kind of fits. Almost as if it was made for the job. I think we've got enough for a working prototype. In fact, the thing we are definitely missing and that we really need to make sure we include... In fact, let's do the whole, like, essential package. So things like the weapon manager, going to need one of those. This is how the BD Armory recognizes targets, of course. And if you don't have one on your ship, you are invisible. Which might sound like a good way of, like, winning, but that's total hacks. Total hacks. The other thing we need is an RTG. Now this is a radiothermal isotope thingy. That's what the name is actually listed as, thingy. Okay, this should do okay. Let's go to, where have we got down here? Handbook Cape. It's my favourite little runway on the edge of stuff. Handbook Cape. There we go. On the coast. Hey, ZTech, how you doing? Hey, Twitchy, does YouTube tell you about any errors? No, it does not. Really? Everyone's stream is going weird. Okay, let me try a restart. Okay, we should be back. Freezing is not a thing we want. Not a thing we want at all. Hopefully we can correct that just with a restart. I'm not sure what else we're going to be able to do. Everyone's complaining. Oh no, this is bad. This is very bad. Too many mods? No. Nowhere near enough mods. We can always put more mods on. Okay, hopefully this is working better for everybody. Now, we've got a bit of a bucking Bronto here. No, still troubles. Well, YouTube tells me everything is going well. Yet people are all complaining. I'm not sure what else I can do about that. But we seem to have proven the concept of a boat. The centre of balance definitely needs to be sorted out somewhat. And I think a little bit of lateral stabilisation probably wouldn't go wrong. So let's go back to the space plane hangar. Rocket boat. What? Jet boat. Jet boat. We don't need a rocket boat yet. Okay, so let's... I had something I needed to turn off. I've already done it. That's okay, cool. Let's think about where we're going to start putting things on this. Well, first, I want to know how fast we can go when we've got a little bit of weight on board. Now, looking here, center of mass is right at the back, and I think that's the reason it was jumping around. I kept on kind of pitching... Let's see if I can do a recreation of events here. So I was pitching like this, which was making my craft kind of jump up and then slam back down, ba-dum, ba-dum, because of the center of thrust. Now, there's two ways I can fix that. I can either try and pitch these engines a little bit down, which might be fun. Let's try that. That's my immediate, like, hacksy way of trying to solve it. I'm not sure if that will work. We're just going to give it a go anyway. Something like that, maybe? Is it that way? Let's tip this back. I'm trying to think of the way the force is balanced in my head. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's fine. Do we want it that severe? I'm not sure. Let's try it more like that and see how we load. That recreation. I know. Isn't it the best way? Isn't it the best way? Hey, Arturo, what is going on, buddy? I'm going to have myself a bit of a sugary sweet here. I've just finished my dinner, so it's going to round off stuff nicely for me. So you can see I've installed Vessel Mover here. It is literally just for the streams. Makes things a lot easier. I could have built a whole launching system, but, oh man, who has the time for that? See, that looks a little better. That looks a little better. I wonder if we can just sit here like this. Sorry, we don't serve particles here, the barman said. Lol. Travelling light. Anyway. We're already doing pretty well. I'm kind of aiming for a boat that can travel at about, oh, I don't know, 100 meters per second, 150 meters per second. Now, I don't like the way this keeps turning. That's not useful to anyone. I wonder how we can solve that. Obviously, maybe if I redirect the power from the nuclear reactor to the closest server overloaded and take control and increase his internet speed, that might help. That would be great if you could do that, Zed. I would be massively grateful. Massively grateful. So, there wasn't so much jump and chop, but we did have a bit of a stabilization issue. Now, I'm thinking we might put all the boat's workings in the front here. That would balance out the fuel. Oh, man, we're going to need so much more fuel, aren't we? If we want to send a boat, like, any reasonable distance, we're going to need a lot of fuel. Okay, let's try this. Can we attach this to the inside here? We can. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I don't know whether the RTG is going to be enough to power it, but I suppose the 2 turbo fans on the back will be good. Now, the next thing I'd like to do is maybe put some fuel tanks down the side here to try and keep balance, or alternatively, we could try and make it a catamaran, but I'm not so sure about that. We can't put, like, extra mods on another 3 because we're doing, like, the war save, right? I'm creating vehicles to be used in the war. Which, incidentally, dude, I kind of maybe destroyed 2 of your turrets at Arequibo Observatory, just to make you aware. I mean, to be fair, your predecessor had blown up my plane, and that's what I'm going to tell the international community when I make the video. All right, anyway, let's try and figure out how we can make this thing go at some reasonable pace. Boats need great names. Well, is Untitled Spacecraft not good enough? An Ecranoplan. Unfortunately, Kerbal Space Program doesn't simulate the wing and ground effect, else that would be a great idea. Ecranoplans obviously being... they're kind of planes with stubby wings, and they kick a vortex up close to the ground, and when it bounces off the ground and hits the underside of their wings, it provides a bit of extra lift that you would get than you would get from, say, flight. That's why they can have tiny, tiny, tiny wings. What else do we want on here? Let's start talking about armament, shall we? I think that might be a good idea. Let's try and use some of these fuel tanks here to create like weapon platforms, if you will. So if I come in like this and turn this, that wasn't quite the direction I wanted. Always a absolute pro with these editor tools. I think over the years, if there's one thing that is I've definitely learned about, is how to use them. Honest, really. Though now that I've gone and put that like that, that's not how we want it to sit at all, is it? We want it to attach to this fuel tank. Why can't I now pick this up? Thank you. If we don't have it attached to this fuel tank, it won't get used in the fuel system. But if we kind of hacks it like this, I think we pull this down like this, then use the movement tool to pull this up and in. Suddenly we've got a weapon platform. To prove this, I'm going to put a weapon on it, because you know that's kind of what you do with weapon platforms, I suppose. Something like this. Now ideally what I actually want on this boat is a bunch of howitzers, because you know howitzers are pretty kick-ass. They're very hard to defend against. I can't select just that fuel tank there, can I? That's unfortunate. I kind of want to just shuffle it around a little bit. Pull that up like that. Does that... Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're never going to get... Well, we can get this closed, but it's not going to look good. Well, there we go. That's how the boat looks. Can you imagine the last astronaut boarding a SpaceX ship to Mars saying, I don't want to live on this planet anymore? Yes, I can. Put an M1 turret on it. ZTech wants to ban howitzers, which I think at some point we should, or at least, I don't know, maybe put some sort of ground unit stipulation on them. Something like that. I mean, howitzers are great, but I think you should put them on, I don't know, tanks. Tanks make sense, right? If you've got it on a flying plane, then the advantage is, like, real. Totally real. Okay, let's launch this out, see what we do. I want to see if we roll over, if I fire the gun sideways. Because I got a feeling that's going to happen. I mean, ideally what I actually want to do, let's put this out this way. Can we take on close combat with a turret? This is something I really want to know. Let's place this down. Right, first off, BD Armory. Give me some weapons. Oh, I didn't put any gun bullets on it. Why didn't any of you remind me? I mean, like, what? we all know that guns need bullets. You know what? All right, let's put them. Where are we going to pop them? 30 mil for the goalkeeper, which always seems, I don't know, ridiculous. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like the right ammo. The AC-100, yeah. What if attach a ground unit to the aircraft? Well, I was thinking, like, unfortunately, because we've got the part restrictions that we have, it's a little bit difficult. But I want to build, like, a boat with, like, ridiculous things like cruise missiles, guided, like GPS guided stuff, things like that. And then you have a tiny little, almost a sounding rocket with a weapon manager and a targeting dome on it. And then you kind of fire that up in a ballistic arc over the top of the target. It gets GPS coordinates and stuff, and then the boat can launch all the cruise missiles and stuff. Which is totally not why I'm trying to plan this stuff, because it's just not a feasible plan in this game mode, I don't think. Well, turning is an issue. Look at this. I'm at full tilt and we cannot turn it. What do you reckon we could do about that? I could probably put some RCS. Also didn't have the trigger arm. Yeah, but I was fairly sure you could fire guns without the trigger armed. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, and... Oh, remarkably stable. Okay, can I fire through the back of my boat? No. Can I fire through the front of my boat? No. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty nice. What's our top speed at the moment? Does it jump? We've added some stuff onto here now, so it's not going to be balanced anymore. To be honest, if we get anywhere close to 50 meters per second, I'll be impressed. It's not what I'm after, but I'll be impressed. Use the atmospheric RCS, yeah? Something like the V1, yeah, so something like that. Oh man, steering's still shot, and I'm not sure why. Maybe the engines are twisted funny? I don't know. Okay, let's try some steering. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of drivable, but at 32 meters per second, like, it's going to take me, I don't know, about 8 hours to get up to the crater. I'm sure you guys know the one I mean. If I can stable this out, I will show you on the map the one I mean. Rather I won't, because it's in darkness right now. Past the desert, you've got the crater, the one with the little island in the middle, and I'd like to make a naval presence there. I think that would be good. No real reasons. Oh yeah, well, there we go, Warduck. I was just explaining why I wanna get a naval presence in the Arecibo crater, which would be better if I could take Arecibo. So that was quite good. We've already got a starting design. I don't know how we can get going faster, though. How can we get going faster? Yeah, I mean, other than more engines. But with more engines comes more fuel, comes more weight, comes more drag, you know? Ah, who put this oxidizer in here? Can we get more engines on here? Use hydrofoils for speed. Okay, we could try that. I'm fairly sure that's an old technique, though. Advanced canards. These make fairly good hydrofoils. I'm going to pop that down there. And then something like this. That was an awful noise, guys. I feel bad for making that into my microphone. I'm so sorry. It just kind of escaped me without realising. So if we put them something like this, I don't know if these are going to be big enough, but we are starting to push into a part. I mean, only 20 parts. That's pretty good. Not even half my allotment yet. We can start talking about weapons and stuff soon. Let's try like that. Let's see if the front comes up more. If that works, I will be super shocked. Super shocked. Save, launch. It's gonna crash. You can switch the fuel tank, yeah. No one said anything classified to JJ. I don't know why you guys are all trying to be so secretive about it in the background. I understand, like, whilst we're playing the game, but whilst we're talking to each other, like... yeah. Okay, vessel mover, move. Let's see what's over this way. It lands well. It lands well. Let's try and take her for a spin. Hopefully we can get up a little higher. So, got some engines under the water at the moment. That's all right. We can live with that. We can live with that. If this goes well, we'll see if we can put some on the back as well. If anything, I think we're getting more drag. Let's try and get that front bit up. There we go. Come on. Lift it. It's a little better once I've given it a little push up. Let's try putting some more on the back. Let's try putting some more on the back. And yeah, let's change that fuel tank as well. This way, liquid fuel. There we go. Brilliant. And we're literally just going to clone this. Oh man, this is fast becoming some sort of whale of a vehicle. I wonder if it will stand up this time. Alright, move this vessel. Move, move, move. Well, for starters, I'm surprised that the hydrofoils didn't break off. I really thought that was going to be a thing. Let's see what sort of speed we can get out of this. I don't know. Honestly, not sure. If we get anything over 50, as always, I will be happy. But I really would like to get somewhere in the hundreds at some point. So we can jump around, all right. We can jump around, all right. Let's try and ease her up there. Do you reckon she'll do well off onto the ground? Oh wow, words. Where did that happen? All right, let's just slow her down. Turn around. And see if we can make a flag in. So like that, go. Hopefully now that I've set the SAS up strongly to begin with, it should be good. So we've got a good speed on the go. So what is the maximum output of these things? 160, I'd just say 170 kilonewtons maybe. I reckon the maximum is probably 180. But we don't really seem to be getting much of that benefit. Now, I presume that is the water. Can it come up? It can't come up. We're going to need some bigger hydrofoils. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Do you reckon it needs to be longer spikes or wider flat plane? Here is the question. We'll try the wider flat plane first because that's relatively simple. Thanks, K-Dodge. We're trying to get above 50 kilometers with a large boat. It's not the easiest thing in the world. We're just trying to change some variables up at the moment and seeing what works. Let's try the big ailerons or elevators, or I don't know, however you wish to refer to them in your particular tongue. Let's try that. I mean, wow. If that's not going to work, I don't know what will. We'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. Trying to do this without the correct mods is always an interesting challenge. Might work. I mean, you know, they kind of work like those monofins, yeah? Something like that. Let's see what happens if we launch with this. Mo technology, mo problems. Just have big guns and be fast. Yeah, this is a way it could work. Hey, Ryosugu. Took a guess. Might be wrong. I'm surprised how strong these canards are. Like, what's their impact damage? Obviously, it's not going to tell me now. But, like, wow. Oh, and they steer underwater. That's even better. We got the vessel mover. Let's move it into here. Hopefully everything should be lined up well. Let's hit that. Keep the SAS in check. By the way, I heard new British destroyers can't sail in the seas that are too hot. Really, I didn't know. Didn't know. I kind of avoid most of the military news in the world. It's depressing. Whoa! So pulling back a little bit induces some acrobatics. I'm kind of feeling like we want to replace these for Goliaths or something. You know, those big ones that the freighters use. Oh, Raging Gamer, thankfully you have arrived. That's great. That's great. Let's try and... I mean, can we fly with these? No. Turning is a little more interesting, but again, we're not getting the speed. So I'm feeling like the monohull probably isn't the one to go for. How about building it submarine shaped? Is that not what I've got? Hang about. Does that help? I was fairly sure we could do with more speed. I believe this has actually got worse. Ooh. Can we go faster now? No. If we could just get that bit of the back out of the water. That would be cool. We've got a... No, these aren't afterburning engines. That's unfortunate, but we just can't get much more speed. Wow, 34.5 meters per second. I don't know about you guys, but I am not impressed. And that's without even adding more weight for transcontinental journey. That I need to go here. It's going to be like all round places. It's going to be horrendous, and that is not the way to do it. Let's see if we can't. Well, that's a turn. We can't get back now. I bet I can. No, it's not going to do it. Okay, so, I mean, it was a good effort. Just not going to be the one. Just not going to be the one. Make an amphibious aircraft. Oh, man. Like, just trying to make something that can glide slow enough for a water landing is quite an ask, I think. Quite an ask. Okay, so I'm just going to build something really quick and see if it works. I like the canards. I really like those canards. They give nice, stable sort of building space from. So let's try that. We're going to go from about there. Yeah, from about there. We'll do that on this side as well. And see if we can't build something that looks like... I don't know. Something that looks like something that would suit well on the water. That's kind of what we want. Where is the jet fuel? There it is, jet fuel right there. Now, trying to get it right on the end of the canard. Very interesting. Did I not double that well? Down here. Come on. There we go. That's the one we want. And it kind of looks straight, kind of. Let's bring it down to actually be straight down. You know what? I don't think we want these ones on the back here yet. We'll just double them up at some point. Now, if we go with this... Where were those tail sections? They're always interesting, right? They always work well. This tail connector B, if we swing it round and put it there, and then try this one here. Get some more like this. Yeah? Question mark? Alright, where was that engine mount? Let's use the function to search by size. Now, there was a specific plate that I had found somewhere. I was like, oh man, this is so good. But I cannot find it again now. So we might have to go for this tri-stack. Can we get a quad stack? Quad stack would make me feel happier. Okay, that's not great placement. But it will do. It will do. And what can we put on the front? Size mark 3. This is a bit. This is what I'm actually after. Right, let's get rid of that. I kind of want to put this front and back. Kind of. So we're going to do it. I don't know. I might just throw a cap on it and see. That's funny. Let's put this on here as well. Then we can kind of pretend that it's got a bit of robot control by putting that one. Let's put that one right in the middle. Yeah, that looks good, right? That looks good. And then let's put those twin turbo fans on. I like them. They're nice. Let's have a look at what their max output is here. Afterburning turbo fan, their max thrust is 1043 kilonewtons at Mach 3. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to get to Mach 3. But we'll try it. We'll try them. It won't mount to there. Yeah, it will. Of course it will. You just got to be persistent. Okay, that looks good. All right, I suppose. Something like this. More SAS to turn it over. Yeah. Take note from the Noble Gov. Pontoons? Yep. That's what we're on. This looks like it's designed to massively disappoint small children on a small outing. Yeah. How did you know my secret plan, Warduck? Okay, can we move this forwards? Where's the centre of mass right now? It's not great, is it? It's not great. We kind of want it to line up with like the center point of these four. Man, I'm not even sure if this will run. Let's put some aerodynamics, some air scoops on it. And then I've just thought that it's probably got no fuel on it either. Because, you know, it's always one of the last things I consider. That and that. Run some fuel down the center. Seems like the right plan, at least to me. Liquid fuel. Now I could do with having a lot of liquid fuel to be fair, but we'll do with this. We'll just put a core down the middle. Oh, I've lost one. That's okay though. We can leave some shadows behind. No one's really gonna care, and this really will need anchoring. Trust me. Trust me, it will. So that's nowhere near the fuel tank situation I want to use. I just want to see if it will, you know, float. Well, this is it, Warduck. We're trying to see what works, like, for speed. Is it like minimum contact? Is that the trick here? Trying to get minimum contact with the water. Let's see what this does. Tell me I'm suspended above. Come on, go. No. Oh, I was kind of hoping that I would float on these. I see that was a little naive of me, but are we going to be able to get up to it if we get onto some speed? No. No, in fact, we're going to have a few handling problems. Okay, well, it kind of makes sense, I suppose. Kind of makes sense. Let's try thinking about where, again, the centre of mass and centre of thrust are relative to each other. Let's pull these down and see if we can't get them matching up. I mean, ideally, we want a little bit of up, right? I suppose. Can I just have the control of this for a moment, if you please? Okay, that's... I mean, it's getting close, but it looks... Ugh. I mean, look at it. Ugh. Let's try it, though. Save, launch. What other techniques are there for going fast in Kerbal? I've not seen people building speedy boats for a few years now, actually. So I'm not sure if that's even a thing without the maritime pack. Hey Honza, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? It's good to see you again. We are trying to... Oh, it's just not going to work, is it? We're trying to get a fairly large boat over the mythical speed of 100 meters per second. Unfortunately, this seems to be more than a little bit difficult. Look at that nose plant. Maybe we just need to... I'm almost thinking we need to angle this one down. So it kind of pushes down and that levers against the centre of mass to pull the nose up. Let's try it. Why not? Maybe the floats don't have a big enough surface area. Maybe we'll try that. Let's get these out of here. Oh, in fact, it would also help if I emptied these for now, because this is not where the fuel gets stored. Didn't want to do that. We want to do this one. Okay. Before we start copying out, make sure we drain the fuel. It's a good shout. And it should be a matter of just copy and pasting until we get close to each other. And then... do we want to... Oh, you can see how far we are out from each other. How is that a case? Let's do a little tool movement. If we could, please. I've definitely been having trouble using some of these tools at some points. There's more than a few times where I'm like clicking frantically away going, oh, come on, just work for me, please. So there to there. That will actually hold, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, no, I did copy it out. Okay. Let's see if that works. Launch. Get aerodynamic. Yeah, yeah. Let's move that vessel. Come over this way. We're going to have to find a more part-efficient way of doing it. Okay, buoyancy works. Buoyancy works. Go. Steering does not. Oh, well, that's fun. You know, I was saying about having to angle those engines down to try and buoyant back up. I think that might be a thing. Oh, come on, be control. Just a little bit of control for me, if you could. Okay, so maybe we want to move these engines around. Let's just let this fly through. Let's see what happens. I've got a feeling it's going to just all twist out. No, it's not even going to do that. Crazy. Can't even do a high-speed flip out. So it's relatively stable. Just really stable at being pretty rubbish. Can't get it above 30 or 40. What is the purpose of the ship? It's going to be naval might during the war series. It's there to inspire fear in my competitors' hearts. Which, yeah, I can tell it will be definitely doing so, you know. I want to do this, and this. Oh, look at that center of lift there. But we can do something about that, and that'll make things a little bit better. Not a great deal, but a little bit. We might even, yeah, just add some wings in the appropriate place. Because that'll throw our ship off before we know what's going on. So, I mean, it gives us the opportunity to put some tail fin on it, I suppose. Something like this. That's too much, let alone when I double it out. What about this? I mean, that does show me how little lift is involved in this if 2 of these fins is too much. Up a bit. Something like that. I mean, that... Design choices, my friends. Design choices. It's what it's all about. Need to reset the stream again, really? Okay, let's do that. Crazy. I'm sorry about the interruptions, guys. I don't know. Everything mine, I mean literally everything my end says everything's running fine. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I even can do. So the purpose was just to be able to build a boat above 150 that can go above 150 meters per second, so that I could have it going around with cannons and cruise missiles and things like that, and generally just being a little bit threatening, and hopefully being able to, like, you know, defend itself. I only put 1 engine on. I don't know why I did that. I feel like a little downward force at the back here. Maybe we need a spoiler. When is the last time I scanned my PC for viruses? Not that long ago. People always ask me this. A few times. Oh no. Oh no. Why are you nosediving like that? Look at the force in that though. Twisting it about like no one's buzzing us. Okay, revert flight. Let's think about this. I love this shot. I really wish this would fly all on its own. I mean, I'd be a very happy person. Point the first wing up. This one. I think we should point this one down, and then this. Let's think about a new way of staging it, because I want a longer fuel tank, and the longer fuel tanks are definitely around. I will take this one here. Yeah, that's more like it. That's exactly what I want. So we go for that. I don't know. I'm not sure if we can make it stood off with less of an impact, if you see what I'm saying. Because when I attach the when I attach the wings, there's obviously an aerodynamic impact on that. Why won't you let me just put this here? Go on, just right here. Just there we go. Maybe on that panel there. That would do me well. Everything's offline from each other. Like this, like that. There we go. So now we can get the perfect straight line. Maybe. And maybe the straight line. Is it not all working fine? I was kind of hoping everything was working fine. War Duck is onto something. Spoiler, racing stripe, chicken bikini. Yeah, no, he is onto something. Press F5. What, this? No? Let's move it around in a funny manner. So, I wonder if there's a way we can get this on, like, maybe some sort of stilt up front with 2 at the back. Maybe that will provide an appropriate amount of buoyancy. In fact, let's just empty these tanks. Let's empty these tanks. Let's call them a buoyancy aid only. And then maybe put this one in the middle. Now, we're going to have a few issues with how far this sticks out, but I think we should be able to correct it. I'm going to start by moving this up a bit so it kind of goes into the pole a little bit more. And then if we can get back control of the tool, we can then come up here and put that in there. This may or may not balance a little bit better. But we're definitely going to want a stronger aerodynamic influence on the front, because I think we want to be able to pull our nose up a lot more, like a lot more. And I think the one to use there will probably be, I don't know, my standard canard is pretty good, a 0.52 relative wing area, as opposed to, where's the Dulux wingtip? That's a nice one that does good things. It's up here somewhere. Those are the standard wingtips. There we go. 0.65. There we go. I like that. I like this one. We'll go with this. This should be able to help us keep the nose up. Hopefully that streamlining would have helped a little bit. I'm also going to see if I can't put this on the back here like I said. There should be a central point for it to attach to. There, and then I want to point it down a bit so it's pushing my back down just a little bit. Now I know for the reasons of fuel efficiency that is going to be absolutely terrible. Hey, your boy Eric, I'm building a boat. I'm trying to build something that's got a little bit of pace to it, something that can move faster than 150 meters per second. More for sanity. I can't move this hotbar. More for sanity reasons than anything, because Kerbal is actually a surprisingly large planet when you start moving around on the oceans. Arrgh. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Let's just throttle up and see what happens. Definitely need some more SAS on this. That is a must. Yeah. Yeah, not impressed with that amount of controllability. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. Fast boat for wave ruling. He's got it. Try moving the engines on the outside and preferably midway, just so all the thrust engines coming from the back and pushing straight forwards. So, if I understand what you're saying here. Let's move that there. So you want these on the sides. Like, we're going to have to attach it to this bit because this bit is where all the fuel goes. But if we... come here. But if we attach it like this and then use these rotate tools, put the angle grid on so that it can connect like that. Now we should be able to move these around like this. Now that's the furthest forward we can go like that, which unfortunately, as I say, is actually a limitation. Can we move this to the underside? Now that also seems like a bit of a crazy plan, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Now we should have full range of movement on these because they're still connected to the bit that they were originally connected to. I don't like the way they look like that though, so let's shimmy them around. We'll live with that. We'll live with that. Also, we'll need a front for that at some point, but let's just see if it works. Boats are like blimps, but in the water. Yes. Your original design with 4 Goliaths on the back instead of other engines reaches to 90 meters per second. Is that the case? Now that... Which one was my original design for you? This is the question. This is the question. Alright, blimps, skyboats. I think we could definitely say that blimps are skyboats. Okay, I think we have definitely gone awry somewhere in our boat design. It might have been the inclusion of these single pieces here. In fact, that doesn't look very straight to me. Does it look straight to you guys? Yeah, I used to use editorial extensions a lot actually. Look, this one's not even close to straight. Let's I mean that's not going to be my actual problem, but it will definitely be a contributor to something like that. What about these ones at the back? Look, these are kind of pointed in. Oh wow, I don't even know how to begin straightening this out. So like that, and then like this. Maybe like that. Yeah, okay. No, even this points in at the back. To about there. Though, to be fair, I think 4 Goliaths will definitely shift this around. Let's try it. Though how we're going to get all the fuel on is another matter. Like that. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. How can we make the 4 Goliaths work? I've got an idea. I'm going to attach them to this central bit. Let's go. Engines. Where are you? You're in here somewhere. I do like them, but I cannot find them. We've got some radial VTOLs. We've got some more VTOLs. There's a lot of VTOL engines here. Okay, so where and how do we actually want these sticking out? So what I'm thinking is something like this. Let's try that. Let's try it. Let's pull this out. Oh, is that the maximum I can pull it out? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's try and replace some of these fuel tanks here. In fact, let's replace all of these fuel tanks with... I'm just going to stick an orange tank at the back. That's fuel, right? That's a lot of fuel. That's a lot of fuel. Okay, so from there we can definitely go to the liquid fuel. Throw in a strut, because believe me, you do not want to have this wobbling around free. And then back to the Goliaths, which hopefully should be in the middle of my field of view. Double them up. In fact, let's put these ones further down. As far down as we can reach, ideally. Like that. I mean, it's still a little high. Still a little high. Let's move these like so. Maybe. I mean, it's still getting very part heavy, you know? Very, very part heavy. That said, 20 parts, maybe not. Let's launch this, see what happens. Matt Lone did a very nice Akranapan. I should watch it. Yep, war. It looks like the tunnellator from the core. ZTech wants me to have a look at a link whilst also complaining about the quality of my stream. Those two things do not coincide with each other, unfortunately. I can do one or the other. Move that, move over here, place it, let's see what happens. I reckon the weight is going to be interesting, but here we go. Hopefully these are gimbalable engines. Well, you know, it's all good fun, right? I suppose. Okay, so let's go for the single hull design with this. Space plane hangar. Put the engines on the front nose up. We can try this. I mean, to be fair, anything that works will be considered. So if we go for that and go up a bit, pulling the nose up, and then have these on the back, just providing thrust. Maybe even back here, providing thrust. Now, I've got a feeling these are not going to have fuel connected, so let's throw in some fuel. Might have to throw the part limit out the window at some point and just see if we can even just get something running with infinite parts. Because obviously we are under the constraints of the war rules. I don't like these. These are not working well. These are not working well at all. Let's put these on the side like that. Okay, cool. Reload. Okay, now YouTube is telling me that I have some troubles with my stream. Ah, what blew up? Everything blew up. That is unfortunate. Let's see if we can revert to launch. Let's see if it was one of those random explosions that happens in Kerbal. If I can hit the vessel mover quick enough, maybe we can avoid that. Nope. Let's just say goodbye to these engines, shall we? Just build a giant floating bomber. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what we're at. Why did all these just fall off? Because none of them are attached to the outside, to the inside. Sorry, this was not a thing that should have happened. Actually, not a thing that should have happened. I'm not sure what we can do about it then. Maybe if we give it some rollout feet. No, because I'm guessing what happens is when it lands, the impact judder shakes them loose. Let's try it again. Try a ramp cargo Mark III liquid tank with 4 engines attached and make it stand on 4 small wings. Okay, is this going to have the range, the carrying capacity, the ability to go distance? Okay, so far so good. $40, $50. I mean, the fuel that this is going to consume, though. 60, 63, 64. Oh, I just want to give it a little bit more. Russians could make an Ekrano plant, but not a car with a decent gearbox or electrical system. So, try a ramp cargo. Oh, right, okay. The ramp, the cargo. I mean, this is going already. We could definitely get some nicer design. Is it gonna have the range? Oh. Oh, we didn't like that though. Why not? What's reckoned? Flamed out, liquid fuel deprived. Oh, we're out of fuel already. Where's my orange tank gone? Did I take the orange tank out? Another 3's got to go buy a game. What game you buying? Put red supports on or just above the ground. Look. I thought it was there. What happened? How did we run out of fuel? What? We're going to do it with it open this time and see what happens here. Oh, tabletop simulator. Oh, it's great. Yeah. Okay, move that vessel. So I think we're close to actually having a working prototype. We could strap. Okay, let's see what happens here. We could strap some weapons to this and fly around and terrorize people. Well, I say fly around, cruise around and terrorize people. I think I know how we steer as well. We just do it like this, right? Turn that down, back up. Okay, so far so good. I feel like I do have a bit of like yaw issues. Put the red supports on it just above the ground. What, the launch clamps? Launch clamps. I'm not sure how they would help. Why can't I move that? I dislike having a box that I can't move around. Dislike that a lot. Okay, so, I mean, we're definitely not having any troubles now, are we? It's just getting it faster now. Okay, so let's go and save this. Revert this to, I don't know. Water prototype. Wow, I always love it when I look up and my caps lock's on 1. Okay, let's save that like that. Okay, let's go through. You can reverse thrust, yeah, that would have worked. The ramp, Mark III cargo. This cargo bay or this cargo bay? I hope you mean the big one. We should turn this around. No. Turn it around. Mark III liquid tank with 4 engines. The Mark III liquid tank, eh? Rocket fuel, liquid short. Let's try liquid large. Like that. Hello? Come on, work. I don't know, maybe something is wrong, guys, because Kerbal is even acting a little bit weird. And that is not normally a thing that happens. 4 engines and make it stand on 4 small wings. So we closed that. 4 engines on the back K. We can do the afterburning turbo fans that are located there. So we have that. Oh, press my window key. Things always go interesting when that happens. That and that. I don't know if they're straight. No, is the short answer to that. They are not straight. So let's try and put that ideally right in the middle there. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. You should put the fuel on the front to stabilize. Meant Goliaths. 4 Goliaths. All right. Let's do 4 Goliaths. That sounds like a winner there. 4 Goliaths. They are, of course, just up here. Mirror, mirror. Give me the engine power that I require. This could work. This could work. I kind of feel like I put the ramp on the wrong way. And now, of course, the thing that we actually need. Radio control guidance unit on the back here. Let's try it. Let's try it. Launch. We'll try the fuel on the front after this makes it or not. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Hamburg Cape. Place of 1,000 explosive launches. We'll try it again and see again if it's better. Which is better than the golden medal at Paralympics? I'm not going to finish that joke. Come on, work for me. Okay, it doesn't like the Goliaths being intersected, I'm guessing. One would imagine. That's unfortunate. I kind of wanted it down like that. What else can we do about it? I mean, I'm tempted to pull this down this way, but this is asking for like contact with the floor and stuff. Let's pull that up a little bit. I want more thrust at the bottom than I do at the top, so we scoop up. That is the plan. Should have put some wheels on the bottom, and I still didn't put any. People saying engines at the front. We will definitely give that a cut. It's another time where they've just fallen apart for no apparent reason. Goliaths don't like contact with anything. Small wings. Now, what classes are small wings? I mean, like, if I put this down as a... That's not a dorsal fin, is it? I can't get this lined up right. Oh, it is lined up right. Well, that's why I can't line it up right by pressing the buttons. Do you reckon that will keep it off the back for long enough? I mean, if we're going to put a set of wheels underneath it, it needs to be a detachable set, and that is for definite. Arturo is away. Move that vessel. Yeah, look at this. Brilliant. Okay, this is cool. Definitely going to have to come up with a system for launching it actually in the game, but that's not flight mode, cruise mode. Flight. What? That's not what I've been pressing. All right, let's just place it down like this. See what happens. Are we too close to the floor? No, we're good. We're good. I don't have SAS on this. I don't know why I pressed the SAS. We're probably going to need SAS at some point. Though maybe the rudder here will help. Just make a large plane using large parts. It's not what I'm after though, Callum, is it? Ooh, this picks up a bit of rock after a while. Let's kill the engines. Oh, we lost one already. We should have quick saved it. Let's try that again. This time with the quick save. If I could just move this, I will be thankful. Awesome. We'll just do a straight run. Really? Seems a bit weird when it's like touchy about how it lands in the water. I know, I was fairly sure when they a good boat must be able to handle a dunk. It's true. Let's go off this way. Place the vessel. That's better. Okay, so now that we've got it here, quick save. Let's just see what our maximum speed is. If we manage to attain something over 100 meters per second, I will class this as complete. If not, I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to get it traveling any faster, to be honest. We're already pushing through 50. That's nice. 60, getting even better. And me? Build a penis? I don't know what you're on about. Okay, 73, 74. I just don't think we're going to quite get the amount of oomph that we need. Look, the effective airspeed is 107 meters per second. That's something, isn't it? Why is that so much faster than what we're actually going at? I'm not sure. It's almost double, to be fair. Almost double. So that's it. That 81.4.5 seems to be close to our... And we actually even stop reading your jokes. We are about as fast as we're going to go with this design, I think. Shall we attempt to strap some weapons on it and see if it can hold its own against some stuff? Cheers, Warduck. Thanks. He says a Freudian slip is when you meant something but said another thing. It's the same with boats. Right, cheers, man. Nice. Okay, so the first thing we want, and the thing that really needs to go down straight away is the weapon manager. Where did we put the control unit? It's back here, so we're going to put it with this, I think. It's the best place for it. You want these together at all times. Yeah. Okay. And I think back here, what we're going to do is go for twin howitzers. Bam! This is how you keep control of your area, right? I suppose. We're going to angle them up a little bit. Do they still fit within? That still fits, right, guys? You agree that's a fit, right? Let's try pulling them down just a little bit. Like so. Should hopefully work. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. Now, the goalkeeper, I'm probably not going to be quite so conservative with about trying to make sure it fits. Oh, look, even these ones you can change with interstellar switch. That's a lot of fuel that you can fit in there. I wonder if I can make it detachable. Try putting engines at the front. Wait, we reached 83 meters per second. Putting the engines at the front should be a thing that's possible. We'll take this off the back here. If we can, yeah, okay. We'll then remove... I see what we've done here. We have, of course, made the cargo ramp the main feature. Excuse me. So what if we change the root part from this one to this one? Okay, that's done that. I kind of want to do that. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. And if we can pick this up for the actual defensive structures on the back, that would also be useful. This doesn't quite fit where I want it to, but we can change that. Okay, with the engines up front, let's see if we go any faster than 82. Don't use a goalkeeper. Use 3 big battery packs and 2 lasers. Is that actually going to fend off missiles? Well, more importantly, is it going to fend off jet fighters? Let's place this down. That central rudder is the one. Should have possibly put them angled up a little bit more. We'll try that in a second. Yeah, we definitely need more weight at the back than what we've got. I suppose moving them with the fuel was my mistake there. The trying to keep these fueled is an issue, though, if I move that to the back. I don't know, let's see what happens when we're ploughing through the floor. I want to compare with the boomsticks on. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Let's revert this to the space plane hangar. Let's try and shuffle it around just one more time. Just the one more time. We'll pull this off here. This. If we can... There we go. That moment where you're like, it's not sticking where I want it to stick. Okay, I believe the cargo area is actually not cross-feedable. So, we're going to have to try and feed... That's not the way up I wanted it, but I think we're going to go with it. Something like so. Works for me. Let's give these a small upward inflection. Like this, just really small. I don't want to go quite as far as you want to let me go. Something like that. Let's see. We're trying weird craft. Let's try some weird craft. Use a battery pack and 2 lasers. Okay, we'll try that. 3 big battery packs. Now, are we talking the ones that are radially attached? Ah, you Goliaths. Oh, you Goliaths. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to get it in time. If I was... Oh, no. Any second now. Got it. Brilliant. I really thought I'd managed to crash my game there. Okay, that went down well. Let's quick save it. Start the SAS and roll. I think that upward tilt to the engine is definitely going to give us a different result. Whether it's going to be a better result, whether it's going to be a worse result, I do not know. Let's hide all these again. I don't know, we seem to be accelerating a bit quicker. There's definitely a level of acceleration there. Come up to 80. If we break 90, we have definitely gone faster. In fact, I think we've definitely gone faster anyway. Not by much, only by 5 or 10 meters per second, but that counts as definitely faster. There we go, 90 meters per second. Are we going to be able to break 100? I don't know. It's kind of looking like we could, given a certain amount of time passes. I could deal with this. I could deal with this. Let's see how quick we're crossing the map here. Because obviously, I can't believe we still haven't moved it on to a better time of day. Maybe I should do that. 97, still going faster. Still going faster. Now, obviously, with the guns on, it's definitely going to weigh more and go slower. I like this. Let's try and put the batteries on. Let's try and put the batteries. Look at that. No. Let's let it ride. Let's let it ride. I want to see if this gets up to 100. We could just keep try pulling up. Oh, this is gonna go bad. No, that's it. That's the full up we've got. I could put some wings in here on the same sort of angle as the engines. That might allow it. 99. Come on. Oh no. 99.1. We're definitely edging our way closer, aren't we? Bullet train, boat retrofit. Nice. I definitely feel that rudder at the back there has got something to say about it. Okay, let's revert this to the space plane now. Put some wings on it. We didn't seem like we were climbing any faster in the speed, so I kind of pulled that back. Now, you guys remember a little while ago, I made a crazy plane that had some backwards wings on it. And I think I'm going to do something similar again. We're going to click these P-Wings Mark II. We're going to put them at the same... There we go. Same inclination as this engine here. And then we're going to start mucking about with it. We're going to bring this down. It's not quite the way I wanted. I want to go this way. What about if we pull this into a tip? Like so. Yeah, and then this one does other things. And of course, we've only put it on one side. Of course. I was just having a look to see how things had gone. Okay, that... I'm not sure if it's got enough oomph to it. How do I find out what it can do? 123 liquid fuel. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. Save launch. Space at the back for engine. Japanese train Jar Jar Binks hybrid. Man, you cut me deep. You cut me deep. Move the vessel. No, move the vessel. I've already done the place of the vessel. We want to move the vessel. Okay, let's just see how fast we can go north. This is the thing of. Ah, are you kidding me? Revert flight to launch. So, I mean, how do we make that stronger? How do we make that stronger? With more space tape, I suppose. The problem is I don't really have it to spare. Adding these wings messed a whole load of stuff up. Look, even the back's smashing up now. Let's try dropping it in at a different angle, and if that doesn't work, then we'll try something else. Jar Jar Binks being a Sith Lord straight up. I mean, he's the one who made everything happen. Alright, back back to try and figure out what's going on with this plane. Why do you think now suddenly, just because we put these wings on, everything's falling apart? Must be a reason. Those eyes, though. Those eyes. Maybe if we muck around with the wings a little bit more, we'll just somehow magically strike upon the right formula. Because that's how life works, right? You don't have to work hard, you just have to play around until it gets right. Fairly sure that's what I've been told. Fairly sure. I have just completely messed this up by putting it down in the wrong place. And now I'm not sure whether this wing has a double, so I'm going to do that just to be sure. Let's launch it again. Press tab so it uses slow placement. Oh, what, the vessel mover? I didn't even know that was a thing. There is definitely a way of doing this. We've done this already, so like it's got to work. It's got to. Oops. I just want to get it in the water and let it run forwards. That's all I want to do. It's got to work. It's got to work. Okay, it's not got to work. Let's go and put some struts in and see how much drag that adds to our design and how bad it's going to make everything. I would like... Ooh, how are we going to strut these up? I think we're going to start up here. I'm going to go from here to here. That looks useful, right? That looks super useful. And then on the back here, we'll go from here to here. And hopefully that will support things a little bit better. Boom, bum, bottom. It's all about that loading music. Okay, that went kind of well. Let's put it over here. Press tab so it... Ah, I see. I see. It places from slow. Yep, good. Good. Thank you very, very much, Raging Gamer. Detachable legs for placement. Yeah, that was going to be... So that's going to be something that I need to work on during my actual war turn. So we're sat a lot lower in the water for 4 extra struts and some wings. Hopefully the wings will be the thing that actually make the difference. You can see this is going to be trying to pass air underneath. That's really just a straight. We could have pulled them out a little bit more looking at that profile there. I did want a bit more oomph and lift, but we are already up to 92, 93. I don't like the way my nose is digging in. I mean, we could turn that over, but then how would I do this? And oh man, they're not going to be able to get fired from back there. Is this improved or made it worse? Oh, did you see that guy? 103? 105? Success! Oh, I said over 100 would be happy. I mean, I was aiming for over 150, but you know what? With the amount of effort we have put in here, I am definitely saying over 100 is a massive, massive success. Oh, yeah, guys. All right, well, I suppose now we just kind of want to put some actual weapons on it. The laser bank, I believe, was the one that was totally suggested here. So, I mean, we can put 2 lasers up on the top here. These seem like perfect placements for them. They are down the bottom somewhere, I believe. Yes. Yes, indeed. So if we mirror them out and kind of get them facing forwards, I think. Or forwards and backwards. That's fine. In fact, as I'm sure you guys would consider, that's actually probably better. No, now we need just like the biggest batteries we can get. Which would be in the utilities here. Let's do a comparison between this one here with the 1,000 and this one here with the 400. So we're definitely gonna... Oh, no, that's... Oh, look, there we go. 40,000. 4,000, sorry, not 40,000. Rotate the bottom engines a couple of degrees up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. And I also thought we could... something like that. Probably end up making these wings a little fatter. Now, was it this one? No. TG... there we go. Something more like this. That might be a little extreme, actually. But I'd like it. Let's try it. Let's try it. I kind of feel like we want to move those inside. You know what I'm saying? They would be a little bit safer there. So, let's get the place tool. I was about to try and pick them all up together, but then I was like, no, I would have to rotate them round, and then my probe core would be facing the wrong way, and then all sorts of things would go wrong. So I'm just going to do it like this. Now, I'm feeling like we can put some fuel tanks on the bottom. Let's take a Kerbal stack. No, that's too big. Too big. That's fine. That is something we can live with. I mean, last time we used a Mark III, I popped it in. I want to stick it on the side here and have it rotated that way round. So we've got this real weird clipping issue, and then we just kind of turn it like this. I wish I'd put the grid snap on before I rotated it. Let's do that now, shall we? Because that then enables me to find perfectly horizontal, which is there. And I can move this movement tool. And you know, it looks like you can put stuff on it. Though I'm feeling the howitzers are probably a little close. Now that is going to give us some drag, isn't it? That is going to give us ridiculous drag. Let's try a thinner piece. Something like the Mark II, what was that, 3.5? Oh, 3 to 3.75. I really just want this monoprop tank sort of profile, but for the interstellar switch selections. In fact, none of these seem to do that other than... Alright, let's try this part, as it's the only one that fits the specifications even slightly. Even then, it's not really working. That's the rocket fuel again. I wanted the adapter. Yeah, look, that thickness there. If we turn it this way, it might be a little bit better. Then we can pull it down and up. I think I kind of like it. I would like to put some cruise missiles on there or something, right? I suppose that's kind of what it's for. We don't have robotics, so I can't just put a little folding panel in there. This is what I'm looking for. Spin it the right way, make a double, pull it up. No, they're not going to pack away, are they? Okay, we can make them pack though. That's not a hard one. Do you reckon they'll fire? I don't reckon they'll fire. I reckon they're going to get stuck. We can definitely try though. Definitely try. You give them nothing drop time at the couple speed of lots. Lateral up. Is that what I want? I mean, we can go forwards instead. Oh no, let's launch them. That's the only way to find out. The only way to be sure. Did we put a weapon manager on this? If we did, I'm not sure where I've hidden it, but I was fairly sure I did. Fairly sure I did. Save launch. The position of the howitzers, unless you're hunting whales, it seems a limited fire arc. You reckon? Did we lose some? We did. We did. I wasn't quite on there early enough. Obviously, as I say, when I'll be launching this or using this properly, I'll have a little like tractor for the front. You say explosion. Chances are high that an explosion will happen. There we go. I told you. All right. What can we do to hold on to it? Let's have a little cradle at the front. with a detachable bit. So utility, where are you? We don't want, man. Like, as much as I love the 1.2 update, it's made it very awkward for coming back to these older ones and going, all right, where is everything kept? Because you don't have your nice little laid out systems. Somewhere in here should be one of these, and that should be able to hold that up. It's not anywhere near wide enough. Something like that. Let's get rid of that one. Perhaps we could do with another 2 of these back here. I mean, the fact that it stands on this fin probably says more. Yeah, let's just let it stand on the fin. Let's go. Should have taken explosions! Always should take explosion. Okay, that's better. I see an issue. Okay, we want to take care of that. At least now that we've managed to put it down outside without the explosions kicking off, we can get in here and put some struts down. Struts would be good. I'm not going to steal those ones, as much as I would like to. Just from there to, well, yeah, to here, because there's going to be more stuff put in here, I assume. I can assume these things. The little bendy bit on the inside, gamer, yeah. Hey, Jurassic Xenomorph, looking for anything dank is probably not right at this place, man. You know, this guy seems a little dry. Let's come into here. Yep, worked. Decoupled. Alright, let's try. Let's see what speed we get on this final run up here, guys. I think we've got something close to a workable boat. We got over 100 meters per second last time, and hopefully this actually will have like some sort of legs to it. It'll be able to go a distance, because that's kind of what I want. I want to be able to go at least 100 meters per second and go a appreciable distance around the continent, because there's like, why would you not want to go around a continent? Normies can't even with Twitchy's designs. Exactly. If you are looking for something normal, this is not the place. If you're looking for an inverted missile dart jet powered watercraft, then you've got it. Oh, of course, with lasers on the back. So we're going fast. I like it. We're definitely getting the hydroplane on. I'm loving that. 93 meters per second and still climbing. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure. I will see you next time. Well, I think actually next week we might play a little bit of Starbound, because you know that's kind of what I want to do at the moment. I want to play some Starbound. So I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye! Yeah, sorry, Xenomorph.